Hi, my name is Eileen Taft, and I thank you for joining me today. The body of information that I'm going to be sharing with you through this video is entitled Soul Speaks, Life Wisdom from the Ancients to Humanity. And this body of information has been given to me by the Sun, and the Sun chose this title, and the word soul, S-O-L, was specifically chosen for the title because, as many of you know, soul is a Latin word that means sun. And this particular version of the word sun, soul, S-O-L, is really energetically very much in alignment with our highest selves. So before I have the pleasure of diving into this wisdom, Soul Speaks, I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself to you. I am a certified Breath of Love practitioner. You can learn more about Breath of Love, which was founded by Julia Mick, by going to my website. And my website is www.breathofloveinflorida.com. And I am here in Central Florida, speaking to you from Central Florida. I'm a Florida native, born and raised in Florida. And I'm also currently working on my advanced certification for Breath of Love. And this is relevant to what I'm going to be sharing with you because it's through my certification while I was at one of my workshops in Ojai just this March 2012, that these messages started to be received by me. And so what happened was, it was cold for me, very, very cold. Being a Florida girl, I was having a challenge with the very cold nights. And this particular morning of March 6th, I was walking along the paths, and there was a spot where the sun was shining through. And so I stopped, and I just put my hands on my heart, and I closed my eyes, and I lifted my face up to the sun to be able to, feel the warmth of the sun on my body. And that's when this mystical thing happened for me. The first thing that happened was I was given a vision. I was shown this beautiful light grid. It was absolutely exquisite, extremely intricate, very geometrical, very, very large, and just an intense brightness to the light of the grid that I was seeing. And the message that I received from the Sun about the light grid was very short, very simple. And the Sun said to me, "This is what you have helped to create. This is what you are helping to sustain." And I was very overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by the message. I was overwhelmed by the vision, the immensity of the light grid. I was overwhelmed. The Sun was speaking to me. This was new for me. I've not had these types of experiences before. So I shared this vision and this message with the other core tribe members that were there in Ojai with me for this workshop. And I knew as I was sharing the message that the message was not just for me. And even though it did feel very personal to me when I received it, I knew that those that I was with had also helped to create the light grid, and that they are also helping to sustain this light grid. And I know very well that if you are watching this video with me, that we share this with each other, that you too have helped to create and are helping to sustain the light grid that I was so honored to be shown by the Sun. And so that's how all of this began. Very, very early on, I was given the title Soul Speaks, Life Wisdom from the Ancients to Humanity, because the messages became more and more in depth, more and more information. And so I'm actually going to be offering the transcripts of these messages of the body of work known as Soul Speaks. And you can purchase the transcripts off of my website, www.breathofloveinflorida.com. If you go to my services page, you'll be able to purchase the transcript there. Also, these messages that comprise Soul Speaks are being given to all of humanity right now by the Sun, by all life, and there's a sense of urgency that comes across to me as I received these messages for all humanity to receive these messages as well. So please share this video with anyone and everyone, anyone that you feel would resonate with this material. Please share it because this message is for me, it is for you, it is for all humanity. These are very special times that we are privileged, that we have chosen to be a part of, and that we're privileged to share in. So I'll go ahead now and dive into these messages. The next message was given to me on March 7th. And the Sun said to me, "Take my light into your heart, and I will melt all the places within you that are ready to open to your love. They will receive your love with ease and grace." This was particularly a special message for me to receive because it very much is in alignment with the work that I do through Breath of Love to support you, to support others in receiving love and experiencing that love in your body. So that was very nice for me to receive this message. The next day, March 8th, I actually received 2 messages from the Sun. March 8th was a great day. That was, I don't know if it was exactly on the day of the full moon or right before. We were very privileged to be able to meet a shaman from Russia by the name of Vladimira. She's a beautiful being, very, very powerful being, and she came to do an earth ceremony with us. And so in the morning, the message I received before I met Vladimira was this: "I am always with you, not only in the sky, and also in your heart. Not only in your heart, and also in the heart of every cell in your body. You radiate me, and I radiate you." Just a beautiful, beautiful message. Later that day, prior again to meeting Vladimira, prior to doing the ceremony that we were going to have on the top of the mountain there at Ojai Foundation, I opened up to the Sun, and this message was a new kind of a message for me. It wasn't a singular message strictly from the Sun. This message was plural in nature, so there were other beings speaking to me with the Sun, through the Sun. And this is the message that they shared with me that afternoon. "We are so grateful for your devotion to Gaia. The blessings you will anchor tonight, and the blessings you have already anchored, are bringing you more support than you have ever experienced in this lifetime. Pay attention to the signs, and when you follow them, it will be magical. It will be beyond the boundaries of your mind. Wow. I love going beyond the mind into that magical place. So that was really a great message. 2 days later, on March 10th, the Son spoke to me and said, "You are loved, dear one, and it is because you are loved that you have been given life. This is why you have been so graced to have the life source flow through you. Everything that the life source touches with its light is in celebration and in reverence of you. The love, devotion, and reverence that you feel towards all creations, towards all life, is the same love, devotion, and reverence that all creations, all life feels for you. All creation is in awareness of the light that flows through you, and so all creation is in awareness of you, dear one. Take this love that we feel for you into the heart of every part of you. Take this devotion that we feel for you into the body of every part of you. Take this reverence that we feel for you into the soul of every part of you. Bask in my light, bathe in my light, and know that it is your light. You radiate me, and I radiate you. I just hope that you are opening your heart to receive the love, devotion, and reverence, the power of that love, devotion, and reverence that is streaming forth from these words, because it is intended for you. March 11th. Dear one, the light that you receive from my rays is a language that your physical body is able to understand. The light knows what every part of your body requires to be nourished and nurtured. And so the light language is a sort of lullaby for each part of you, singing, toning, creating a harmonious frequency that soothes and nurtures every part. When each part of you is in continuous momentum of feeling soothed and nurtured, it shifts itself to be in alignment with its own original divine pattern, that which you call blueprint. When each part of you is in alignment with its divine pattern, they too radiate the light language, the harmonious frequencies to all creations in their environment. These creations too then shift into alignment with their divine pattern. And the light lullaby continues to sing and soothe, bringing comfort, ease, and peace. This is why your physical body has been deemed an instrument of the divine, for indeed, it is the most beautiful and melodious of all musical instruments. I radiate you, and you radiate me. I sing to you, and you sing to me. Together, all creation is a beautiful choir. Wow. The power of these words I receive as I read them to you just is even more so, I would say, than when they were being written. And because of the power of these words that were shared with me, and because of other work that I was doing in my life as well through Breath of Love, I opened, I guess, what you might term a tsunami that hit my life, and it's all good. 2 months of going through that, and so it was some time actually then before I was able to settle in and open to receive my next message. 13 days, my 13 days in the desert. March 24th, I was back in Florida, back home here, and sounds a little personal to me because of what I was going through. And yet, before I read the message, I'd just like to say that this shift that is happening now, that we are all aware of, is actually happening to each of us. We are all experiencing this shift in our unique way. And so this message, I believe, will speak to you in terms of your process of going through the shift. And something that I've learned is this, and I'd like to share this with you too, to preface this message, because I think it's important for all of us to understand, not in terms of the beings that we are, but in terms of the mind. It's important for our minds really to hear these words spoken out loud, because this process that we're going through, this shift, it requires however much time it takes to rebuild a strong foundation for us. And through the process, the mind can become out of sync with the process, and may feel impatient or may feel pressured to close the door and move on. The mind wants to know what is the next step, and is desiring to jump ahead, and yet there is nothing for it to move on to. It may be attempting to jump ahead to a space where there is no foundation for it to land on. And really, this is beautiful, because it's perfect. It's a perfect time now to be at peace with the unknown, with allowing the mind to be in a place where it doesn't need to know, and it's not creating a struggle out of the need to know, because right now in this shift, the whole planet, all humanity actually, is being invited to step out of linear time as we have known it, which is where the mind resides. It's an invitation also then to step out of the mind, out of the past, out of the future, into this moment now, and only in this moment now are we able to truly know what is in alignment with our highest good. And so having navigated that process over the past 2 months and coming to understand this little bit of wisdom that I shared with you, Thank you for indulging me because I think it was important to preface this next message so that you understand that this message is for you and your process in the shift, just as it was for me. You are a gorgeous goddess. I thank you for saying yes to life. Thank you for remembering me, thinking of me, saying hello to me as you beautifully and gracefully navigated this exquisite transformation of the external picture to reflect the internal landscape that we co-created during your time in California. Know these things. 1, I and all life was in complete support of you through the development of your new picture. Truly, the development of your new masterpiece was very much like, pardon me, I lost my place, was very much like witnessing a Polaroid photo develop before your eyes. 2, the negative for your masterpiece was created long before our time in California. The space in California was merely the solution in which the negative was soaking in order to allow the masterpiece to come through. Your masterpiece is exactly as it describes. You are a master, dear one, for which all life celebrates, and your new external picture is only a piece, one aspect of all that you are as a master. Life is the master, dear one. When you chose to align yourself with life, to allow life to guide you, you too became a master, just as the raindrops that fall into the ocean become the ocean. This is the manifestation of oneness, consciousness. This is the manifestation of oneness, consciousness. I am aware that you feel the warmth of the life I radiate, embracing you. This warmth extends from my heart to your heart. You feel this warmth because you have allowed your heart to receive the life that flows from me to you. In this way, you are able to nourish yourself without your physical body being burned. The plants and animals that coexist on Maya are naturally attuned to receive this nourishment. They do not require SPFs. They do not become burned. Trust in what I say. Choose this wisdom and integrate it in every cell of your being so that your mind cannot distract you with the illusion of mass cultural cause and effect expectation. Yes, dear one, we are able to commune wherever you are. This is a little bit personal, and I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. Well, actually, they're just asking me to go to a special place to receive nourishment. So I'll skip that part, and I will move on to come to this place, dear one, and you will receive with ease and grace the magnificence of the life wisdom that it is now time to share with your brothers and sisters. The ancients have given their permission to benefit and support Maya through this stage of her expansion, to entrust humanity with this life wisdom so that they may be in sacred service to Maya and to all life by choosing to come into alignment with this life wisdom. All life, the ancients, Mother Maya, and I invite you now, dear one, to take a heart oath, to commit to showing up to receive the life wisdom that is now able to flow forth to your physical realm. And at this point I pause because, again, it's a little personal. I felt very honored to be invited to receive this life wisdom, and so I did make an oath, and I did offer myself in reverence and devotion to receive this message. And in closing, the sun says again, you radiate us, dear one, and we radiate you. So I'm going to pause there. That's a good closing point because this particular video is coming on to a half hour long. That gives me a chance to take a break. It gives you a chance to break. And that's really an introduction to how this life wisdom, which is known as Soul Speaks, was given to me, was received by me. And so the next section is really the very long messages regarding the life wisdom that were shared with me, and I will record those for you in my next session. Thank you again for joining me. Again, I invite you to my website, www.breathofloveinflorida.com. I invite you to purchase a transcript of the messages that I read through this video. The transcript will include the messages in the next videos as well. So there's only one transcript to purchase, $10. It has all the messages. And again, invite you to share this video with absolutely everybody. I look forward to seeing you the next time. Blessings to you.